Hello everyone. This video will show how to write and graph the slope-intercept form of a line given the point and a slope. Before we go further, please feel free to check out the description below for the link of their series of topics related to linear equation. Before we go over some examples, let's have a review on the basics of slope-intercept form of a line. So if we are given a point that touches the y-axis at 0b, this is our y-intercept. And if we are given the slope of this line, then we can go ahead and use the formula y equals mx plus b, where our m is the slope, the b is the y-intercept. On the other hand, sometimes the slope is not given, but another point is given. So if another point is given, we can go ahead and solve for the slope of the line using these 2 points, and we can still use the equation y equals mx plus b. Okay, so we go over this example that we have right here. Write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line that passes through the point -2, -6 and has a slope of 5. The first step that we're going to do is to label the m, y, and x in the given problem. So in this case right here, this will be our x and this will be our y. And the slope that we have here is our m. The second step is to plug in the m, x, y to the equation y equals mx plus b and solve for b, where the b is the y-intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and write that equation up here. So that's y equals mx plus b. We are solving for b. We already have the x, y, and m. So we plug it in. Our y is -6 and our m is 5. Our x is -2 and our b is missing. So we go ahead and solve for b from here. So we can go ahead and multiply these two. That would come out -6 equals -10 plus b. We wanted the b, so we're going to add 10 to both sides and then plus 10 here so that we go ahead and cross this out. Our b is 4. And this tells us that this is our y-intercept. Remember, our b is represented as the y-intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and label that down here. So what we do next is that we are going to plug in the values of m and b into the equation that we have here. And so our equation would come out, that's going to be y equals, our m is 5x, that is plus 4. So the ones that we plug in are the values of, again, m and b. So this is the equation of this problem that we have up there. Now we are going to graph this equation that we have right here, y equals 5x plus 4. From here, we can say that our slope m is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. So our slope is 5. Now we remember that the meaning of slope is that it comes in fraction form. So we can rewrite this as 5/1. So if the numerator is positive, we go up. And if the denominator is positive, we go right. So I go ahead and label that up here. So we're now ready to sketch the graph. So we start from the y-intercept b, which is at 4. So I'm going to put a dot here. And then it says that we go up 5, 1 right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 right. We can also go the other way around. So that means if we switch it, so it's going to be down 5 and then left 1. So I go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left 1. And so we can go ahead and sketch the graph. So again, the equation for this line right here is y equals 5x plus 4, where our slope is 5 and our y-intercept is 4. And if you notice, the point that we have here, -2, -6. So we go -2 and then -6. So it's this point right here that's -2, -6 is on this line. Now let's move on to the next example. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. The first step is to determine and label the x, y, and m. So in this problem right here, this would represent as our x, this will be our y, and this is our slope m. The second step is to plug it into the slope-intercept form of a line, which is y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to go ahead and write that up here. So we're going to plug in the values of y, m, and x into this, and we're going to solve for b. So our y is -5, our m is -1/4, and our x is 8, and then that's a plus b, which is the missing value. So that is -5 equals -1 times 8 is -8/4 plus b. So then this is -5 equals -2 plus b. So we're gonna add 2 to both sides to solve for b. So plus 2 and plus 2. So this tells us that our b then is equal to -3, because we have -5 plus 2 is -3. So this is our y-intercept. So to determine the equation for the line, we're supposed to plug back in the value of m and b. So then our equation would come out y, and then our m is -1/4. So I plug it in and then put the variable x. Our b is -3, so that is a -3. So this is the slope-intercept form for this problem that we have up here. Now, please notice that our slope is -1/4. Again, we remember that if we are given a slope usually comes in fraction form. Since our slope here is -1/4, so our m is -1/4. This tells us that if we say -1, it goes down. So we go down 1, and then we go to the right 4, because that is positive. Again, I'll explain why is this down, because that's a -1, we go down. This is +4, we go right. So we can go ahead and sketch this. So we start from the y-intercept b, which is at -3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we go down 1, right 4. So down 1, right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also go the other way around. So instead of going down, we go up 1 and left 4. So up 1, left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1, left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the line for this equation that we have up there. Now, please notice that the point 8, -5, so that would be 6, 7, 8, and -5. This is 8, -5 is on the line. Did you get the same answer as this? Good, perfect. Now, let's move on to the next example. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Again, the first step is to determine and label the x, y, and the slope m. So I'm going to go ahead and label that up here. Okay, once we have the value for x, y, and m, we're supposed to plug it into the slope-intercept form of a line. So this is how it's going to look like. So the equation that we have here comes out to be y equals 0x minus 3. We don't have to write the 0x, but I'm going to go ahead and explain what do we mean by this 0x. So our slope is 0. So we remember that if we say slope, that means we either go up or down. For the numerator, this 0 can tell us that it is equal to 0 over 1. So looking at this, we can go ahead and say that if it's 0, we are not going up or not going down, because 0 is not a positive value or a negative value. So we're not going up or down. But in this case right here, we are going to go right. So I did not label anything for the top because we're not going up, we're not going down. But the bottom, it's positive 1, so we go to the right. So then we can go ahead and plot this points right here. So we're going to start with a y-intercept -3. So 1, 2, 3. And so we can go ahead and say we're not going up, but we go right 1. Now this 0 over, this slope of 0 can also mean 0 over 2. So 0 over 2 is still 0. So that means we're not going up, but we're going to the right 2. So this is, we're not going up, we go right 2. 1, 2. So this is the next dot. This 0 can also mean 0 over -1. So this time around, we go to the left 1. So we start from 0, we go to the left 1. So we go 1 here. And so we can go ahead and create more dots here, and we can draw the line of, or draw the graph for this problem that we have up there. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the dots here. This equation that we have here, y equals 0x minus 3, can be simplified. We don't have to write the 0x. So this comes out to be y equals -3. And the graph for y equals -3 is a horizontal line. Did you get the same answers as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!